Yo guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Group today. Today we're doing, well, boys and girls, I'm glad you guys, because today we are back on World of Tanks console, that's right. And what we're doing on World of Tanks console, that tank, well, again, I'm glad you guys, because today we're playing the all singing, all dancing, all new Tier 10 British double-barreled premium heavy tank. No, don't adjust your monitors, don't adjust your headsets, don't adjust anything. You heard me right. Double-barreled British premium heavy tank is in World Tanks console. That's right. And yeah, if you caught my last World Tanks video, which was the complete season information, you would hear me doing a little bit of a theory crafting about the tech tree line and stuff like that. Because usually when Wargaming introduces a premium tank, it's not far off. We're going to be seeing, a tech tree line of a tank line. Because we are going to be seeing it within the season, the American Yale tanks, which they did show us a roadmap of what they're going to be doing here in 2025. Apparently, each season is going to have a tech tree line of tanks. So this season is going to be a World War II line, so it's, of course, the double barrel tanks ain't going to be within the season, and they might not be in next season, but they could probably be, and then the following season after that, because next season will probably be a Cold War line. But we're just gonna wait and find out and see if that's the plan or not. I don't know if they are actually going to be coming in the game in 2025, or they could be coming in 2026. So we're just gonna sit here and wait. I know it's a pretty much a no scratching kind of thing, but honestly, we got the tier 10 premium. If you bought the ultimate premium pass, of course, that's the only way to get it. But if you don't get it that way, like I've said previously, well, tier 10 premiums, don't worry. Usually, the Wargaming will bring them back out with free XP. You could have an opportunity of getting them with free XP. So, you know, always stay tuned of what World of Tanks is doing on console. They usually do that with their tier 10s and Era 3 premium vehicles. But let's get right into today's video with this new tier 10 British premium heavy tank. And I've been playing around with it, and I gotta say, I do like it. To me, it doesn't feel very overpowered, but then it doesn't feel like it's underpowered either. I don't know. To me, I guess in a way, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels nice to have it, and it feels good with the damage it does. Especially when you do the double. The double is always really, really, really good. Great. Like, what did I just say the first? I don't even know. But let's talk about the vehicle itself. So with both guns, I'm not going to go over both of them because they're both the same type of gun. 110 caliber gun. So with your standard ammunition, you get 272 meters of pen. With premium about 330. This goes for both guns, and HE about 55. Damage is 350 for both your standard and premium rounds, and 440 for HE. Hit points is 2,200. Max speed is 45 miles per hour. View range is 406, and concealment is 407. Not bad in a lot of ways for the 110 caliber gun, like I said. As you can see, yeah, 110. Of course, you get APDS, heat, and HE. Okay. Rate of fire is 8.98 DPM. Accuracy at 100 meters is 0.26. And we've already set the damage and the penetration. So, yeah. The equipment I put on this vehicle, I always put this type of equipment, or at least this right here, advanced loader. Load time is 10% less, so you're really getting those shows in much more quicker. I always love putting this in every tank I play with, as long as they can carry it. Majority of tanks will be able to carry this, except auto loaders are basically their only tank that won't be able to carry this. This will definitely help you in a pinch, especially if your tank has a slower reload and stuff like that. The next one, gun stabilizer, vehicle movement accuracy is 20%, and turn rotation accuracy is 20%. Want to, get that accuracy up as much as I can. And then my other thing is advanced armor. Damage from enemy weapons is 5% less. You know, when you're getting hit by a ship barn or Death Star or a Jaegeru or the mercenary tier 10 premium tank destroyer, or heck, even the Sturmtiger, uh, they all do about like 1,000 or so damage. So I really want to take that 5% less damage does sound pretty good for me. But if you don't want to take that, well, maybe you could take improved iterations, crew performance is 5% more, or maybe advanced gunline drive, show aim speed is 12% more, or if you want to make the vehicle a little bit more quicker, there you go. But to me, it doesn't need to go any more quicker. Um, Consumables, I put a premium repair kit, a premium rations, and also a premium med kit. Though I don't know, we might not need a med kit. So if I would say drop a med kit, go for the premium fuel booster. Um, but yeah, but the ammunition I carry for the one gun, which one is this? Um, does it tell me? Gun twin. I guess it doesn't tell me which gun this is. Well, I guess this could be the right gun, right? Right gun? Oh, my bad. Well, whatever. I on the one of the gun, or well, actually on both guns, I carry about 30 rounds of APDS, and about 5 rounds of heat, and 5 rounds of HE. Never know when you're gonna need HE and stuff like that. And that goes with oops, my bad. Okay, fix this stuff. So that goes with both the right and left gun. Then let's go over to commanders. My commander, I put a rapid loading, 10% increase to gun reload speed, which again, like I said, though this could actually go with any commander due because it's a perk, it's now equipment, so autoloaders can use this perk. I like to get my guns as, like, reloaded as fast as I can, as much as I can. Then I would go for rapid aim, a 10% increase to turn and gun rotation speed, and then steady aim, which is 10% increase to accuracy, and then snapshot, 12% increase to accuracy during current rotation. And that's all I have on you, right? Yeah, about 4 perks. But if not those, maybe Born Leader. Let's see, anything else I would put on there? I wouldn't rebuild this tank for like a stealthy kind of thing, but I would go for general mechanic, 10% increase to repair speed of all damaged models, and yeah, any other perk would be kind of very helpful. Um, Probably this, Ardent Rush, 15% increase to gun reload speed when under 10% HP, because you never know. You might be under 10% HP and you need that gun to reload a little bit more quicker. Yeah. But any other perk would probably be pretty much how, how is the thing I must say? Uh, a helpful thing. But let's go ahead and go to the armor of the vehicle, which it's a pretty interesting armor. The turret looks like it's going to be pretty bouncy. It does have a weak spot, but the weak spot is very, very little. So in some ways, I guess if you're showing your haul, people can just go ahead and shoot in, like I just said in the complete season information, that driver's part looks like it's going to be a weak spot, especially if you're on equal ground with another tank. But let's talk about the armor. So we got 10 meter thickness, which is the side skirts on both left and right of the hull. We got 20, which is around the gun mantlet, the roofs of the turret, the bottom of the turret, and the engine deck, and the belly of the tank as well. We got 25 meter thickness, which is the tracks, and also back here, the little plate at the rear of the tank. Then we have 30-meter thickness, which is this little viewport up there. We got 40, which is the guns themselves, and above and below where the gun mantlet sits at. 45, which is a bit in the rear of the hull. 50, which is the driver's port. Yep, driver's port. We got 60, which is the rear of the tank, of the hull, and above and below the gun mantlet. 65, which is these two left and right bits, um, of the hull. Then we have 70, which is the rear of the turret. We got 76, which is the left and right of the hull, and the lower plate, if you want to say that, near the belly. We got 80, which is looks like these. Is that right? Yeah, left and right back here of this rear spot of the tank. Then we got 100, which is, well, this little spot back here, plus left and right of the turret and left and right of the gun mallet itself. Then we have 110, which is the left and right of the main turret, and these little side bits right here. And then we have 120, so for that, I had to make sure because my dog here pushed my hand. He wants to be in part of the video. Left and right of where the driver port sits, and the rear of the turret, where actually the turret ring, actually that looks like. We got 140, which is left and right of the hull and below the gun mallet itself. 150, which is left and right of where the gun mallet sits. 152, which is the lower plate and the upper plate. 170, which is the plate behind the driver's port and the little cupola on top. Like I said, it's a weak spot, so yeah. But it's a very small weak spot, so trying to hit that, it's going to be pretty hard unless if you're pretty much face hugging this machine and stuff like that. So yeah. We have 180, which is left and right of where the turret ring sits. We got 200, which is, well, a little bit on the gun mallet and the turret ring as well, plus left and right over the, basically just say the cheeks of the turret. 210, which is these two little bits, spots right here where the hull is in the front. We got 230, which is left and right of the gun mallet. 250, which is the mid plate, and around where the gun mallet sits. We got 270, which is within the gun mallet itself. So, yeah, saying this much, don't shoot this thing in the gun mallet. With all that armor and stuff, especially that, well, 270. Yeah. If you're face hugging this thing, just go ahead and aim downward. More likely, like I said, right here. Just make sure he's not using his full gun depression. Um, but I believe a lot of things could actually pen that, I believe. I could be wrong, please miscorrect me if I am wrong about that. But yeah, definitely a big idea there. But we'll show you a few other stats of the vehicle. So forward speed is 45 miles per hour, top reverse speed is 12, so it's not really fast in reverse. So I would say don't go for a build of speed, but then maybe you might want to if you want to go in reverse a little bit more quicker. Top forward speed looks really good. Okay. Horsepower is 1,400. Power to weight ratio is 16.50. Hit points is 2,200. Hull rotation speed is 30 seconds. Self train resistance is 2.21. Medium train resistance is 1.25. And firm train resistance is 1.05. The delivery range while sitting still is 407.87. And the delivery range while moving is 422.48. View range is 406.77. Signal range is 782.25. And let's talk about the bread and butter of the vehicle, which is twin doubled 110 caliber guns. Current rotation speed is 40.52 seconds. Actually, during rotation is 0.49. Max elevation is 20 and max depression is 8. So it really has a really good gun depression. So use that gun depression as much as you can. Just show your turret. Don't show your hull at all to anybody. Yeah, that's the big thing I gotta say with that. Reload time is 6.68. Rate of fire is 8.98. Accuracy at 100 meters is 0.26. And accuracy during movement is 1.47. Aim time is 1.73. And when you get... This is kind of a tricky spot right here. I was going to say one shot. Due because you have twin guns, you fire one gun. So let's say you have the right side loaded. Um, You fire that shot. There is actually something else about the gun that you must know. Once you fire one shot out one gun, the other one is locked. So I would have to wait till the other gun, I believe, when it reloads, and then you fire the next shot. So, and once you fire that shot, you other gun will be locked until you reload the other gun. I believe that happened to me in my first game, but we'll see here in a few seconds. Um, but yeah, that is something pretty interesting. When you fire one shot, your other gun stays locked for a few seconds. I believe it's until your gun reloading, and then you can fire the other shot. So I don't know why it's saying one shot, but it has two guns, and then you could also do the double shot. So yeah, there you go. Max ammunition is 40. You of course got AP, DS, heat, and AG. Um, wait, what? Damage per minute is 3,143, and we already talked about the pen and the max damage as well. And if you want to look at anything else there, go right ahead, put the video on pause. But let's go down and yeah, this is the right gun. So basically the same thing. Not really basically, it is the same thing as the left gun. So yeah, there you go. Both guns. I'm not going to go over both of them at the same time because it's the same stats as the left gun. As you can see, rate of fire 8 point. Yeah. So the right gun is the same thing. And of course, if you want to know about the silver earning rate or the XP earning rate or premium vehicle earning rate, which you know is 5%, or commander XP earning rate as well. So yeah, there you go. The tier 10 British premium heavy tank. Is it worth it? Mm, I have to say, in some form, yes. If you know how to use hull down tanks, yes. If not, it might get pretty frustrating. It's pretty quick. It's not the fastest, but it's a little bit more, well, way more faster than the mouse, of course. 27 miles per hour or 45. I would have to say it is a lot more faster, especially against the Super Conqueror, not against the Chieftain Mark 6. But it's faster against this tank, and it's not faster than that. But it's on par with the Donker Chieftain and the Chieftain itself, Chieftain Mark 6. But I gotta say, yes, it's a good tank in the right hands. Now, I'm not saying this tank is going to be good for everybody, but you make up your decision if you want to get this tank. I can only show you guys what this tank can do in the battlefield, and show you some of the stats here in the garage. But down at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's your money. Buy it if you want to buy it. But if you don't want to buy it, don't worry. It will come back out. If you want to have this vehicle, but you don't want to, spend about 30 some dollars, depending on where you live at, to buy the tank, like I said, don't worry about it. It'll come back out with free XP. It will eventually do that. I'm not saying it's going to happen right after this season or next season, but it will eventually happen, like majority of the tier 10s and Era 3 premiums. But yeah, that's it for this vehicle in the garage. Guess let's stop jibber jabbering and let's go out to the battlefield and see what this tank can do, boys and girls. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Alright? See you in a few minutes. Bye for right now. So guys, we're back on Abbey. That's right. This is a pretty much a small map for a tier 10 vehicle, but this was my very first game with the vehicle. I still stand with this vehicle being pretty much a nice tier 10 heavy tank. It doesn't seem like it's too overpowered in a lot of ways, but then it doesn't seem like it's, underpowered. In my opinion, that's what it feels like. But we're going to see the double action within this video as well. And as you can see, we got our first gun loaded, which is not able to be fired yet. Now it is. So, like I said, with the tank review, it does seem like it has that mechanic where you cannot fire one gun while the other gun is still reloading. And I wasn't really paying attention to where I was driving. I wasn't expecting to where we get a good gameplay on the very first game with the vehicle. I was expecting that I would have to at least, play a couple more games and see if we can get, pretty decent games. I try to aim for alright games and stuff like that, but majority might be seeing how the map is. Now I was thinking about going down here, but I do see some tanks coming over here with me. I kind of don't want to be over here by myself. That's what really got me thinking, well, okay. Because I was paying attention to the map, and I thought maybe, none of my teammates would come over with me, but it looks like we are getting some kind of support, which is good. It's really good. But looks like we're looking around. We actually do get spotted, and we do get hit from the side, which is a Frenchie. We shoot him once. Looks like, no, it looks like we used the double. That's right, the double. And yes, as you can see, we're reloading. He does shoot us a couple more times. And we fire one gun. We have to wait till the other gun reloads so that way we can use the other gun because of the mechanic and stuff like that. So now the other gun is reloaded. We can fire once more, put another good shot into the guy. Again, we have to wait until one gun reloads and stuff. It looks like our team is really taking care of this guy. It looks like he fired all of his shots at us. Well, I think maybe one or two of them penned and actually did some damage. And I'm looking for more enemy tanks, and we do find one. We're using a double. It looks like he's telling me no. I'm not sure why. But we do put it in his lower plate, and now we gotta wait. We do have one gun reloaded, but we have to wait for the other one, and we are going to go try to get this guy. I don't think he likes it that we're trying to shoot him. I kind of don't want to go over because I don't know if there's anyone on that side I aimed. But we come over, we do hit him. Sadly, we don't get the kill. The Bat Chatillon gets the kill. But oh well, at least we helped out with damage. And it looks like we find two healthy mouses over there. We put one good shot into one of the mouses, and we're looking for another shot. But sadly, due because the reload mechanic, we couldn't get another shot out. But we do get the rear of that mouse, and we do put a good shot into the eye. And it looks like he is going to be finished, but he does have a friend. And we put another good shot. Was that a double I did? I don't think that was. I think I did a single. But do we get the kill? Sadly, I don't think we do. No, yeah, okay, we don't get the kill, so that's why I look away. But here comes another mouse. He puts a shot into us. We bounce off his side. We accidentally went up that KV1, and are we going to get another good shot into him? Yes, we will. I think he's aiming for my upper plate, which sadly he does take me out. But he's the only tank that remains now, and very low in hit points he is. But that does make me think, and as you can see, where he aimed at, the driver's port. So as much as possible, try to use the gun depression on this vehicle. It has really good gun depression. Like I did said, both in the complete season information and the tank review in the garage about this vehicle, that driver's seat or driver's port area will be a weak spot. But that's gonna be for this one there, guys. If you guys really did enjoy it, if you guys did, please press that like on the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.